Hey, what's up? It's Sam Frost here from reviewsboss.com, and in this video, which I'm recording on a lazy Sunday afternoon here in Christchurch, New Zealand, hence my rather casual attire and the fact that I'm wearing a Xbox gaming headset to record this, I'm going to be doing a full walkthrough review of AffiloBlueprint. So basically, if you've ever wanted to know pretty much anything about this product, then this is the video for you. Basically, you are going to walk away from having watched this video with a full understanding of what the product is, what you're going to learn, what you get, what's good about it, what's bad about it, and whether or not it is suitable for you. I want this to be the number one resource on the internet for anyone who's thinking of buying AffiloBlueprint. And obviously, if you know anything about me and my website, reviewsboss.com, you'll know I pride myself on doing only the most honest and detailed reviews of products for digital marketing professionals, and I include affiliate marketers and aspiring affiliate marketers in that group as well. So, if you are struck with fancy at the idea of making money as an affiliate and you've come across the AffiloBlueprint system, someone's recommended that to you, you've seen it you've seen it advertised somewhere, you've heard someone else mention it and you've decided to hunt out information, well, you've come to the right place. Because if you have been around in the in the affiliate space, definitely for more than a second, you'll know that if you Google a review of any product, it doesn't matter what it is, but especially one like AffiloBlueprint that is, a higher price point product, it's a premium product, and it offers a really good commission to its affiliates, you'll know that actually trying to find an honest review of a product, it's virtually impossible. I've lost track of the number of products where if I Google them, you can clearly see that every single product in the top 100 on Google is just it's almost always like just copy and pasted from the affiliate resources page of that product. This is the best thing since sliced bread. It cured my it cured my tertiary syphilis. It allowed me to become the first man to walk on Mars. My wife had left me, but now she's come back and she looks like Charlize Theron. Basically, it's all nonsense for 99% of reviews of products and the make money online sort of niche or however you want to pronounce it. So my goal, my purpose has always been with Reviews Boss and the content I produce to do something a little bit different, and that's to do really detailed reviews that go right in depth with the product, and more importantly, I'm honest about a product, because even the best products aren't perfect. There are products I recommend to everybody, an example being FP Traffic, which is another product I've got a popular review of, and that's a product I recommend to absolutely anyone who wants to make money online and use Facebook pages to do so. But it's still not perfect. That product, for example, has a number of flaws, but it's still brilliant. And that's what I hope to convey with this review as well of AffiloBlueprint, is I want to show you all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. I'll give you my opinion, and you can rest assured that my opinion is 100% honest. But ultimately, it comes down to, your judgment and whether you think the product is worth it or not. I'll only nudge you in one direction or another, and certainly I won't tell you things that are false just to get you to buy. That's not who I am. So anyway, now that little preamble is done, let's dive into things. So what I've got in front of me here is the sales page for AffiloBlueprint. So if you go to affiliorama.com/AffiloBlueprint, or if you click the link in the description, which is my affiliate link, and I'll disclose that if you do buy this through the link I provide, I'll earn a commission. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It just makes me a happy person indeed. And you'll be on my Christmas card list. But anyway, let's dive in. So what is AffiloBlueprint? We can see it here. The step-by-step proven system for making money online that actually works. Emphasis on the actually works, because it's clearly drawn there in sort of fake real handwriting, if you get what I mean. Do you want to make more money online, but you're sick of getting nowhere because you don't know where to begin, or you have tried and failed? And basically what the sales page covers is a whole bunch of things that are promised from just about every single make money online product. Work for yourself, which is nice. I do it. It's pretty cool. Earn money while you're sleeping. Oh, it's even better than earning money while you're awake. Work wherever you like. Huge, outrageous money. Gold-plated Ferraris with champagne dispensers in them and things like that. So here's what really happens according to the AffiloBlueprint people. You can't decide which method is best. This is very true. Analysis paralysis, and basically, you know, trying all sorts of different methods and never sticking with one. That's a huge problem. You don't know where to begin. Same thing again. There's way too much information, way too many people telling you conflicting things. And the truth is that it can be very, very difficult to know what to do, what to begin with. And then, yeah, a lot of people, I mean, it's right, a lot of people wind up getting zero results. So, you know, you follow methods that don't work, you struggle to stick it out, and basically at the end of the day, you're burnt out and confused. So the AffiloBlueprint pitches itself as a system that actually works. So if you're sick and tired of, buying warrior special offers or guru products or, get rich online schemes, all those kinds of things, AffiloBlueprint is pitching itself as a system that works. It's the sort of, it's the honest salesman on the car yard lot, rather than the sharks trying to sell you a rusty old beater. So let's read on, let's cover a few key things, and then we'll actually dive into the product itself. So AffiloBlueprint is the brainchild of a guy called Mark Ling. And here is a fun fact. Mark Ling is also a New Zealander. He also lives in the same city that I do. And in the past, I did work for him. And that is something I think I need to disclose as well. I worked for him and his business about maybe 5 or 6 years ago now, finishing up maybe 5 years ago, I think. But what I want to make clear is, even though I've worked for him, that doesn't affect my opinion on this product. I'm not on any sort of retainer to promote it. It's purely an affiliate relationship. So yeah, there are no. If you're watching this, don't think I'm just giving the product an easy time just because I know the guy who made it. I'm honest in all my dealings, and I want to really make that clear. So anyway, Mark he's a pretty well-known name in affiliate marketing. Certainly, if you at all familiar with the industry, especially if you're more into the sort of like build up websites, drive traffic through SEO, and then monetize them with newsletter lists and ClickBank offers and that sort of like classic affiliate marketing, not paid traffic or more experimental strategies. He's a big name in that kind of thing. And as he said, he went from a pizza delivery boy to a 7-figure income. And I've met the guy. I've worked for him. He's a genuine guy, and he's had incredible success from what he's done, which is really, really cool. So, oftentimes, if you look at a product, you see the sort of glitzy success story, and you go, "Oh, yeah, that can't be true." I legitimately can tell you that it's true. Mark has been very successful in what he's done, and he's been very successful at what he's done because he's a very clever guy, and he's very good at thinking outside the box, and he's also an extremely hard worker. So, I do want to make that clear as well, as that this isn't a sort of luck or I guess how would you say it? Sort of overnight thing. I mean, he's worked at it for years and years and years to get to where he is. So anyway, that's enough about the guy behind the product. Let's move on. So basically, you get the usual gratuitous shots of, ClickBank reports. What's that there? A $12,700 day. That would be nice. Big commission screenshots and all those kinds of things. That's really good to see. And then we get to the fun bit. So basically, it's called the foolproof system that made it all possible. And this is where we get to the meat of the product. AffiloBlueprint is a really process-driven product, or a system-driven product. And what the product is doing, what AffiloBlueprint does, is it gives you a step-by-step method to follow. You can see that nicely illustrated here. And it's not really like an open-ended product in the sense that it's, just sort of throws an idea on the table. What it really is trying to do is teach you step by step the process Mark used himself to sort of start seeing success from affiliate marketing and really become successful out of it. And here's an interesting bit we get to on the sales page as well. Stop, my system won't work for everyone. This is good. I like seeing things like this, even though there's an element of almost like reverse psychology. It's kind of trying to challenge you. to say, yeah, I'm man enough, or you can't say that these days, I'm person enough, or I'm big enough to to do this. But it's actually a good checklist. If you don't have basic computer skills, I don't really know how you would have found this video in the first place. But that aside, if you struggle to turn on your computer, if you find sending an email as difficult as rewriting the Magna Carta or something like that, you're not going to be able to use this product. If you can't afford $10 a year to purchase a domain name, which is the only additional cost that is required, and you have to buy a domain name to have a website. If you can't afford $10 a year to purchase a domain name on top of the price of the product, really, to be honest, you need to go get a job, or try and save some extra money or borrow some money or something like that. Not from a loan shark, but from a family member, whatever. If you can't afford those sort of incidental costs that are going to come with trying to actually run a legitimate website as a business, then yeah, you're out of luck. Can you follow step-by-step instructions? If you can't follow instructions, this won't work for you. Can you stay focused? This is the big one. And this is just a general comment about all these kinds of products. If you struggle to stay focused, basically, you're never going to make it online. Because what you have to remember is there are so many products, so many systems, so many methods. With the internet, you have access that, 20, 30 years ago really could never have been dreamed of. Certainly not if you went back, 1,000 years, to say to someone on the street, one day you're going to be able to find any information you want, connect with any person in the world, do it all fairly instantly from the comfort of your own home. People would have chased you down the street with a pitchfork and flaming torch and, dunked you in the river for being a witch, probably. So, yeah, basically, you need to be able to stay focused because there are so many methods out there, so many conflicting things, so many people trying to tell you different things. And if you get sidetracked, I'm going to tell you right now, you'll be throwing your money away buying this product. And can you handle it not being overnight? This is another big one too. I think people have hugely unrealistic expectations of what they can make online, especially as an affiliate marketer, and how quickly they can make it. I'll give you my own personal story. Way back in, I think, 2007, I started looking at trying to make money online. And actually, it was 2006, late 2006. I was about 14, 15 years old at high school. Basically sat in my bedroom with a crappy old computer that was still on dial-up internet at the time, and I wanted to work out how to make money online. And I tried all sorts of different things until I eventually stumbled across a method called the bum marketing method, which was where you wrote articles and submitted them to article directories. And believe it or not, I worked at that method for 9 or 10 months before I made a single sale, just working things out. What was I doing? What was going well? What wasn't working? And I started to see results. The first thing I saw was my articles were getting approved in these directories. Then the next thing I saw was, wow, I'm starting to rank for a couple of keywords. Then it was a few months, the month later, I'm starting to get traffic to my ClickBank affiliate links. Then one day, I think I was at school or something like that, and I came home and logged into ClickBank, and there was a little green bar. It might have been blue at the time. I think they had a different interface, and it was for $50. And from that point on, I was hooked. But man, it had not been overnight. I'd probably sunk, best part of 100 hours into it before I made any money. But then the rest is history. I mean, I've enjoyed a really good career in digital marketing. I've worked with some really cool businesses. I've traveled around the world. I've paid for myself to go to university. I've, put enough money aside for a wedding that's coming up. All these kinds of things, all from affiliate marketing and digital marketing. But I was able to handle the fact that it wasn't overnight, and you need to be able to handle that fact too. So, if you've got a good long-term sort of growth mindset, then this is a method you might want to consider. So now we come to the crux of it, introducing AffiloBlueprint, a step-by-step how-to course that will show you how to build money-making websites using the system I've developed over 14 years as an affiliate. And really, what you get now on the rest of the sales page, it's sort of like a high-level overview. So starting with the fact that you research a topic for your site, and then you go out and you build the site. So the whole AffiloBlueprint system basically works like this. You start by picking a niche. So that's a topic. So like this example site here is in the self-help or personal development niche. Other examples of niches would be things like weight loss, fitness, dating and relationships, career advice, pets, travel. Really, you name it. There's an almost limitless number of niches, and the whole point is you pick a niche, and the AffiloBlueprint teaches you how to step by step from the point you find that niche, including finding a niche and picking one and finding products. It's then teaching you how to build a website that provides answers to questions people are searching in that niche, provides solutions to their problems, and then you drive traffic, you get people visiting your site, and from there you attempt to convert them into sales. Basically, the outcome is that you get people who are looking for a solution to their problem clicking your affiliate links. So this example here that you can see on the sales page, the website Enlightenment Gateway, and that's a real website. You can go and check it out. And it does make money. I know that for a fact. So Enlightenment Gateway is a personal development website, and what it's basically teaching you to do, or it's basically providing content around personal development topics. People search, for answers like, how do I become more motivated? And Enlightenment Gateway might rank for that keyword. You click it, you read around the content, and you go, oh, there's a product being recommended that looks really, really good. I'll buy that product. And then the owner of Enlightenment Gateway, which is Mark in this case, receives a commission. And that's the basic process that AffiloBlueprint is trying to teach you. So the first part is you learn how to research a topic or a niche and build your site. Second part is marketing it. Third part is monetization. So this is the fun bit. This is where you actually, learn how to take what you've built and actually make some money from it. And then you get some other content as well around sort of like advanced next steps and other optimizations. And basically, I'll skip through the rest of this stuff because there's a whole lot going on. It's a step-by-step system. That's what you need to know. It's based from it was like a series of videos with accompanying notes, and there's heaps of videos, and I'm going to log into the members area soon and show you. It's time-tested and proven to work. So here's the facts. The original version of AffiloBlueprint came out about 9 years ago. There is an older version that's it was actually one of the earliest products I bought, where he did the same thing, just a bit old school, and it was a website he made about like World of Warcraft or something like that. I think the site might even still be around. There's just over 8,000 people who have purchased the course, and it was updated last in 2017, which is good. So basically, he gives you a bunch of reasons why you should buy the product. I'll just cover those quickly as well. So, it's all step by step. It's a total system. It's time tested and proven to work. You don't need any skills, knowledge, or experience to make it work. And this is actually true. I'll say that right now. As long as you've got enough technical skills to use a computer and follow instructions, you don't need any other specific skills. Nothing that's being taught in AffiloBlueprint is actually particularly complex. You'll get help and support every step of the way. So, I'll talk around all the support features you get, but basically there is good support provided as well. And then we get to another fun part. We get to bonuses. So like every good make money online product, there are a whole load of bonuses that are included with AffiloBlueprint to sweeten the deal. So the first one you get is a website building tool called AffiloTheme. So we see here a word called WordPress, and AffiloBlueprint teaches you how to build your affiliate sites on a system called WordPress. And WordPress is basically like the sort of, I guess it's almost like the gold standard of tools for building websites these days. There are loads of different other options, but WordPress is probably one of the easiest and most simple ones. And AffiloTheme is like a free add-on. Well, not a free add-on, you're paying for it, but in the purchase. But you get what I mean. It's like it's a theme that you add onto WordPress to help you build your site. I'll talk more about that later. You get a 1-month trial of something called AffiloTools, which is like a online SaaS tool suite to help you track your search engine rankings, spy on your competitors, build backlinks, yada, yada, yada. That's helpful. And you also get a full 60-day money-back guarantee. So AffiloBlueprint is sold through a platform called ClickBank. If you haven't heard of ClickBank. It's basically one of the world's largest platforms for allowing people to sell information products and software. And they are like the sort of payment processor, and they also provide a framework of specific requirements that vendors need to meet. And one of those is any product sold through ClickBank has to offer a 60-day, no questions asked money back guarantee. And you get that with AffiloBlueprint. So if you're not happy, you can get a refund. So the thing with ClickBank, and I really want to stress this as well, is that legitimately buying products off ClickBank is pretty much risk-free. And I'm not just saying that to encourage you to buy a product, because I haven't even told you if this product's good or not yet. It's just something that people often ask me. They go, should I really believe that 60-day money back guarantee thing that ClickBank talks about? Yes, you should. 100% legitimately, if you have a gripe with a product, you will get your money back if you really want it. So vendors are allowed to try and convince you to stay with the product. They can sweeten the deal. They can, ask you what problem you've got, help you try and solve it. But ultimately, they have to honor that refund request. And if they don't, you can go straight to ClickBank and ask them for a refund directly, and they'll do it as long as it's within 60 days. So legitimately, any product sold through ClickBank is 100% risk-free, in my opinion. The platform is very good with privacy protection and ensuring your credit card and billing details are safe. It's just something I want to stress, because people, I suppose so many people have been burned so many times with crap products. But I do believe that, obviously you want to buy a good product. You don't want to waste money. And even buying a product that's crap and then refunding it, you're wasting time. And, there's that delay between buying the product and getting your money back. But you really are protected very well with ClickBank, which is important. Usual sort of, gratuitous testimonials here. And now we get to the price. So AffiloBlueprint, what do you get? It's $197 for the 90 plus step-by-step video lessons, downloadable lessons and course notes, access to a private members forum, lifetime access with all the updates, bonus AffiloTheme website builder, which I mentioned before, bonus 1 year of web hosting for one website, so you can start your first site without needing to pay for hosting. You just have to pay for a domain, and a bonus 1 month trial of Affilorama Premium. And all you have to do if you want to buy it is you add it to your cart, and you'll then get a little loading screen. And yeah, this is what you see. So then all you do is you select what you want here, and you go through to the secure checkout if you want to buy it. This is where we reach an interesting point. I totally forgot about this. I look like an idiot. Because I've already bought the product, I can't proceed any further with this. So all you do, at this juncture, all that happens is you basically see I guess what would you call it? A series of steps. You fill it you will fill out some basic personal information, and then you go through to you set up your Affilorama account if you don't already have one. There's another step after this. There's a bit that will try and encourage you to buy an upsell, which I'll talk about later in the review. And then you just proceed to payment and pay for the product. And you pay through ClickBank with any major credit card or PayPal. And as soon as you've paid, you get access. So let's now actually proceed to the product. Let's pretend you've purchased it. What are you getting? I will show you. So let me just access the product now, and boom. Let's say a couple of minutes ago, your payment just went through, and now you've got access to AffiloBlueprint. Here is what you will see. Now, obviously, I originally got access to AffiloBlueprint when I worked for Mark, and so I have a slightly different looking interface because I have these like a sort of grandfathered hosting here. When I first got access to the product, you got 5 free hosting accounts for a year. I've actually let my hosting lapse because I use my own hosting solution now, but I never got around to deleting the old stuff out. So yours will look slightly different, but now let's dive in. Let's actually go through step by step what you get. So basically, this is the hub of AffiloBlueprint. So you should also not see, you will see this, but ignore it for now. AffiloJetpack's a totally different product, and I'll be doing a full review of that at another stage. But here's the course content. So as you can see, there's like a whole bunch of different steps, really. So there's 12 steps in total, excluding the introduction and mindset. And each step has a number of videos, so a number of lessons. It's got a viewing time, so it's just quite convenient. So, if you have just over an hour spare, you could go through introduction and mindset. We could work our way up to off-page SEO, which you need 2.5 hours for. And there's, there are hours of video in here. It's probably about an 8-hour day's worth of work just to watch all the videos, and it shows you the download sizes. So we'll talk quickly through at the high level over the stuff you've got over the different steps. So introduction and mindset, that's all about like getting into the mindset for doing affiliate marketing, what you need to know to actually make a success of it. Step 1, market research and keywords. So that's where you are picking a niche. It's where you're learning how to find keywords. The whole thing with the AffiloBlueprint system is it is about it's basically about building up a website that gets traffic organically through Google. So basically people are searching for keywords and your content provides a solution. So like an example of a keyword might be, let's say, how to make money online. And if you had a site about making money online, you would research that keyword and write content about it or get content written. And then you would be working to try and get your site ranking well for that keyword. So it's a relatively, straightforward concept once you start getting your head around it. In this step, you also learn how to pick affiliate products as well. So it's a really important step. Second step is creating content. So a website is generally only as good as its content. This is a really important part to get right. Content is king. So you'll learn all sorts of strategies for creating content, writing it yourself, getting it outsourced, saving time and effort. Step 3 is about setting up your website. And don't worry, if you're not a technical person, this part isn't actually particularly difficult at all. You're using WordPress to create your websites if you follow the blueprint instructions, and WordPress websites are very easy to set up as a rule, and certainly the way you're shown to do it is straightforward, so you don't need to worry. Website design, this is about just making your website look decent. Having a professional looking website really does help. Once you get to the end of this step, you should have a niche selected, you should have products selected, you should have keywords researched, and you should have content, and you should have a site ready to go. And then we start getting into the promotional aspects of it. So how do you actually go ahead and start to get traffic and get visibility and get visitors and get clicks and get sales? So the first thing we start with is on-page SEO. This is optimizing your website to basically rank better in Google, and it's things you do on the site itself, so little manipulations of the site's content and structure to improve its performance. The next step is off-page SEO. That's link building, if you've ever heard of the concept link building. So there's a lot of videos in there because there's a lot to cover. That's a really important step. It's also something I'll talk about when I talk about the pros and cons of the product. Step 7, inbound marketing. So this is like this is basically around trying to create awesome content and promote that content, and basically other promotional steps you can take. Step 8 is newsletters. Excuse me. So step 8 is newsletters. That's a really, really important part of the product too. The actual AffiloBlueprint method really does revolve quite heavily around newsletters. That's where, like, if you've ever been on a site that prompts you to, do you want this free ebook, or how to lose weight ebook, and you sign up, and then you get the ebook, and then you start getting emails like links to weight loss products and boot camps and stuff like that. That's what you'll learn how to do in the newsletter sequence. But step 9 is tweaking your website, so sort of next steps you can follow. Step 10, 11, and 12, they are all about paid promotion of your website with Google AdWords and PPC, which is something I know a lot about because that's what I do sort of for a day job quite a lot of the time is AdWords and PPC. And that's really the full gamut of the product. So what I'll do is I'll go into a section and I'll just show you a little bit more about what you get. So we'll open up step 7, inbound marketing, because there's a few videos in here. So sweet, here we can see. So what do we got in step 7? You have an introduction. For some people, link building is a giant impenetrable black box, yet it's also one of the keys to your SEO success. So basically, this section is around more ways to get traffic and links. And you can see there's a whole bunch of videos. Video 1 is on YouTube video marketing. Video 2, document sharing traffic. Video 3, Amazon Kindle traffic. Video 4, Facebook pages. Video 5, Twitter marketing. Video 6, ad swaps and solo ads. Video 7, content strategy. Video 8, how to create and optimize your Google Plus page. And here, what you can do, of course, with each one is you actually have a video. I'll see if that video will load up. There we go. So you get a video. I'll quit out of that. You get downloadable notes or a downloadable lesson transcript, and you get notes as well. I should say, sorry, the download button just downloads the video for you. The notes section is like transcripty notes kind of thing. And then you also get homework as well. So you check these boxes off and proceed through the steps, and it tells you which video you find each particular step in as well. And each of the there's also resources for each step listed here on the right. And the same thing goes for all the different steps within the product. So that's really what you get. There's literally 90 plus lessons with all the resources, notes, step-by-step instructions. And the whole point is it's taking you from not knowing anything about affiliate marketing to, by the end, you should have, if you followed this whole thing in a day, you wouldn't be making money unless you started with PPC or paid traffic, but you would have a website set up with content, and you would be able to track your performance, and you would be able to then start generating traffic. But because it's step by step, the goal is, you're probably not going to set your site up overnight. It might take you a couple of weeks, and then hopefully by then you're starting to actually implement some of the other steps as well. Bonuses you get, so you get a filler theme, which was mentioned. I want to talk about that quickly. A filler theme is like I said, it's a WordPress theme that the people who made AffiloBlueprint have developed. The thing I'll say with a filler theme is it's not really that good as far as WordPress themes go. When this product first released, the version 3 of AffiloBlueprint, which was back in, I think, 2012, that it was a pretty good theme then, but the internet has changed significantly since then. Much more focus now is on very fast loading times. Mobile responsiveness is key. In 2012, most people were still using feature phones, or if they had a smartphone, it was a very rudimentary one. I remember my first smartphone, which I got around then, and it really actually struggled quite a bit with websites. And you hardly had any data on your phones or anything like that. Now a lot of people don't even bother with a computer. They just do everything on their phone. Look at iPad. Apple with the iPad Pro, arguing that a tablet can replace your computer, and for 90% of your work, it probably can. Especially if you don't do anything specialized, probably 100% of your time, you could just use that. So a filler theme, what I'll say is, yeah, cool, it's nice to have it thrown in for free, but it's a bit of a buggy theme, and it doesn't look that sharp, in my opinion. And really, for affiliate marketing in 2018, I don't know if it's 100% suitable. You get some unannounced extras as well. You get the AffiloBlueprint member-only webinars. So these were obviously old webinars that have been thrown as a bonus, but they're still handy. You can watch the replays of them, and there's some useful information in there. Mark's a big webinar guy, and his content in his webinars is always good, so that's a nice little bonus. And then you also get the 10 profitable niches you can steal as well. So this is like a teleseminar, so like a webinar kind of thing, that has some good niches. The truth is, though, that you'll learn how to pick a niche through this product anyway. So I don't know if this is necessarily like a requirement, but it's helpful as well. So because I got this product a long time ago, I got some other bonuses as well, but I don't think this PLR content cheat sheets and Traffic Travis Pro is included anymore. You also will get one hosting slot for 1 year, and the hosting that you get bundled is really, really easy to set up. Other things that you should know, you have a private members forum, which you can log into, and it's this is where people talk about AffiloBlueprint, I guess. I never ever come on here. I'm I'm just trying to see when it was last updated, when people have been posting recently. There's some reasonably recent posts that have been added in here. It's not the most active forum, but if you've got questions, you'll be able to find probably the answers in this forum. It's just nice to have a private members area. It's pretty handy. That is quite good. And then what else? There's also a frequently asked questions section as well, and these all link off to different things. So that's really the product, the bones of what you're getting. The meat of it. I always encourage people when they look at products like this to really, I wouldn't say discard the bonuses, but realize that bonuses are always thrown in there to try and really alter the price value perception. Oftentimes, the bonuses are like old products that the vendors had in the past that they just repurposed, or something like a webinar with a little extra cheat sheet thrown in that they did the webinar for free one day, and then they've thrown this bonus in as well. Sometimes there are some genuinely excellent bonuses, like a free hosting for a year. That's handy. That's going to save you money. Or just giving you a list of niches you can use. That's handy as well. A filler theme, yeah, sort of handy. I just not a huge fan of the theme. Excuse me. But yeah, the main thing to do is always focus on the actual product itself, which is this bit here under course content. And so now what I want to do, I guess, is talk through the pros and cons of AffiloBlueprint. So things I like about the product are, firstly, it's very detailed. There's so much content in here. I've lost track of the number of products I've bought over the years where, you pay a lot of money, to be honest, and you get nothing. You get, I'm not a fan of like gratuitous content. Like if a product just has lots of words for the sake of it to try and pad it out, it's no different to like back at high school. If you had an essay to turn in and you just made the font bigger than it needed to be, and then suddenly you're at your 2 pages or 5 pages or whatever. In this case, the AffiloBlueprint's content is really genuine. There's lots of it. It's very detailed, which is really good. I love the fact that it's step by step. It's not throwing you in at the deep end. You could start here with, introduction and mindset with no idea what you're doing. And by the end, you should have a pretty good idea of how to go out and build a site that can make you money. The third thing I like, and this is a big one, is that the method it teaches is a good method. It's a sort of evergreen method in a sense. There will always be strategies and methods you can follow to make money online that are like, they come and go, and sometimes they can be like a shooting star. If you jump on that shooting star at the right time, you can do really, really well. So like an example of that was the bum marketing method that I first started out with. I got on that shooting star at the right time because within about 2 years of starting it, maybe more like 18 months, it was pretty heavily saturated and it became very difficult to make money. Whereas I cut my teeth and learned my lessons early on enough that there weren't enough people saturating it, and so I did really well out of it. And it's sort of sparked me on to do other things. But the cool thing with AffiloBlueprint is this is an evergreen method. The exact way you promote your site and the exact type of site you build, that's all largely irrelevant in many respects. What the overall structure of what you're doing, though, which is finding a problem, finding a product that solves that problem, creating content around the problem, and that encourages people to purchase the product as a solution, and then promoting that and getting people clicking through. So basically, becoming a source of information who ultimately sells a product and using a website to do that, that's an evergreen method. It's probably never going to go anywhere. Obviously, you're at the mercy of things like Google updates, but if you're creating genuinely awesome content, it works. It's like my Reviews Boss website, reviewsboss.com. That basically follows the AffiloBlueprint method. I've put my own twists on it, which I'll get to in a minute, but ultimately, it follows the same sort of general structure and it works. And this is a structure I've used to make many, many profitable websites. I've sold lots of them. I've kept some of them. It just plain works. It's really quite good. Other things, there's some handy bonuses. Oh, excuse me, I got a dry throat. There's handy bonuses. There's great support. You've got the security of that refund period as well with ClickBank. So ultimately, if you bought it and you weren't satisfied, you can get your money back. But I also, because I focus on doing honest reviews, I want to talk about a few things I don't like about the product as well. So the first thing I don't like is that some of the lessons are getting a bit outdated now. Like if I jump into here, Step 7, inbound marketing, like document sharing websites, for example, SlideShare, Scribe.com. They used to work a lot better than they do now. A lot of those sites have sort of, because people were spamming them, they've had their rankings reduced in Google. Same with say how to create and optimize Google Plus. Well, Google Plus is pretty much, does it even exist anymore? I can't even remember. No one uses it anyway, even if it does exist. So, there's some elements where this product shows its age. Even things like the Facebook pages section. The layout of Facebook pages is totally different now. I should know. I build Facebook pages and monetize them as one of my primary revenue sources. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the overall theme of what AffiloBlueprint is teaching you to do, the overall strategy, that is still valid and relevant in 2018. But some of the components of the course are starting to show their age, even though the product was redone in 2017 or updated. There are some bits that are getting pretty out of date that could do with updating. I'm just look at the PPC lessons as well. Some of the things like the AdWords interface, for example, has changed now. You can still access the old one, but the fundamental lessons are still valuable. It's just that the implementation is a bit different. So I think that is a con of the product. Even though it has been updated over the years, it actually needs a complete fresh update. The general gist of what you're trying to do is still the same. You're solving a problem through providing content and then upselling to a product, and you're building a website to do that, and you're driving traffic. That's never going to go away, but there is a need, I think, for a bit more updating of the product. Hopefully another version is going to come out this year. I don't know at all what's being planned there, but it's something to bear in mind. Overall the content that's there is very detailed, but some of it is showing its age a little bit. It's like getting on a plane that's like that's maybe like a 20 or 30-year-old Boeing 747. Last time I went to America, I think it was a 737 I got on, and it still had ashtrays in the seat armrest, so it must have been a pretty early model, and it flew fine and it got us from A to B, safely. But you sit there and go, oh, this is showing its age a bit. It could probably do with a refurbish, and that's something I do feel about AffiloBlueprint, is it's probably ready for a bit of refurbishment. Other things I don't like. The price is fairly high. $197 US. I'm someone who always encourages people to look at price versus value. There is a lot of value in here. The method it teaches, if you do this method right, it could make you enough money that you never need to work again. And I don't say that to be dramatic or sort of like overhyping it and make you go out and buy it. It's true. There are people all around the world, I know plenty of them, who make a full-time living from this. I don't personally, because I make good money on the side from this kind of thing. But at the moment, most of my money comes in from freelancing and consulting. But I'm working on actively trying to make affiliate marketing my biggest income stream. And I'm going to get there by doing this method, so I know it works. This overall method. Value-wise, yeah. If $197 is a massive stretch to you, then it's a massive stretch. Some people will say that's cheap. I just want to point out that it is reasonably high. But that being said, occasionally there are specials as well. I've seen the product go for as little as, I think, about $97 on occasion too. So that's something to bear in mind as well, especially around like US public holidays like July the 4th. And Thanksgiving, there's often 50% off sales. Other downsides, I couldn't show you earlier, but unless it's changed, when you go through the purchase product process, there'll be like an upsell for a thing called AffiloRama Premium, which of all the products that come under the AffiloRama brand, that's probably my least favorite because I just feel like the value is not quite there. You can go on reviewsboss.com and check out my review of it. That's like an upsell. So the way it works is you get your first month for free. And then if you forget to cancel it, you get rebilled, I think, $67 a month or something like that. What I'll do is actually log out quickly and we'll go through the process together and see what happens, because while I'm recording this, I do want to make sure it hasn't changed. As you can tell, I don't really script my reviews. I just sort of talk you through everything. So here you go. Yeah, look, there you go. AffiloRama 3.0, AffiloBlueprint 3.0 membership, and AffiloRama Premium free trial. So 30-day trial of premium membership. Your first 30 days is on the house. you have to remember to cancel before the 30 days are up, or else you'll get hit with a $67 a month or $67 charge for that month. It's a monthly subscription product. Excuse me. I desperately need a glass of water, so I'm going to have to wrap this review up soon. But look, overall, where do we stand? Let's get to the fun bit. Let's get to the conclusion. Is AffiloBlueprint a good product? Yes, it is. Is it a perfect product? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. The overall concept of what it's trying to teach you, though, is extremely sound. It's still a valid method in 2018. It's probably going to be a valid method in 2118, as long as the internet's still around and we haven't, devolved into something like sort of Fallout universe by then, or Mad Max if you're into that. It's a sound evergreen method to learn, the AffiloBlueprint one. I really do quite like what it's trying to teach you. Compared to a lot of products where, there are tons of products out there you can buy that, they'll teach you something that in 6 months' time won't be relevant at all anymore because, the website you've, been told to go and put content on will disappear overnight, or, it's just a sort of fly-by-night thing. This is a serious, long-term potential, I guess, business, you can call it that. It could be a side hustle for you. You might say, hey, I just want to try and make an extra $100 a week. Or you might say, hey, I want to, be the next Mark Ling and make, $100 an hour doing affiliate marketing and make that in my sleep. It's, the choice is yours. So what the core of what AffiloBlueprint's trying to teach is very valid. And for that reason, I do like it. I just think there is quite a bit of dated content in it that needs updating. And there are a few lessons and there's a tendency, because it tries to cover so much, for it to really just touch on things and not go into them in enough detail. Something like creating Facebook pages to promote your products. Well, that's something that really there should be 20 to 30 lessons on if you really wanted to learn it properly. I mean, I'm actually creating a Facebook page monetization course at the moment, and I'm up to I think 10,000 words, and I'm only scratching the surface. So there is a bit of sort of, some parts of the course just sort of scratch the surface. And I think what you need to be prepared to do is actually go away and learn it yourself and do a bit more research and do a bit more learning and self-guided learning and basically, work things out for yourself. The price, it's reasonably high. I think at $97 the value is stronger, but at $197 it is quite high. But that being said, there is value there as well. Certainly, if you'd only have to sell, a handful of affiliate products from ClickBank to make that back and some. So, I'm not too fussed about the price because I only ever look at things in value terms anyway. Price is irrelevant if the value is good. And, I do think the value's there. It's just if you want to save money, wait for one of those 50% sales to come along, I guess. Maybe beg them on the forums for a discount code. I don't know. That being said, of course, if you're not satisfied, you've got that really watertight 60-day money-back guarantee too, so you don't have to worry about that. So look, let's wrap this thing up. Where do we stand? Should you buy AffiloBlueprint or should you not? That is a good question. And what I'm going to say is if you are totally 100% brand new to affiliate marketing, what I would actually recommend is you get Affilorama's free course. So you just go to affilorama.com, or you can click the link in the description below. That will be my affiliate link, and you'll get some free content. And then after a while, they'll try and upsell you to AffiloBlueprint anyway. But what you can do with the free Affilorama content is you can basically get to see, is affiliate marketing for me? You can learn a few key concepts and strategies and to have a little play around. If you're an advanced person, like you've already seen some success for affiliate marketing, there's probably not going to be much in AffiloBlueprint that you don't already know. And in that case, I would recommend looking at something more like Affiliate Jetpack, which I'll do another review of. I'll do another very detailed review. That one's probably going to be hours long by the time I go through it. Affiliate Jetpack, though, is it's a much more expensive product, but it's also a better one in many senses from the value perspective. So AffiloBlueprint, who is it really for? It's for someone. It's pitched at people who have no experience, but I think if you have absolutely no experience and you don't know the first thing about affiliate marketing, you've got to whet your appetite with some free training first, I think, just to see. You might go, hey, this is just totally not for me. in which case, you won't have spent anything and you don't have to chase up a refund. If you've got a little bit of an idea, like, if I mention things like SEO and PPC and, WordPress, and they weren't foreign, like alien language to you, and you know the basics of affiliate marketing, you don't necessarily have to have done any of it. You just have to have a vague idea of how it works. And you want a step-by-step system, and you are happy with the fact that this is not an overnight, you're not going to wake up in the morning with a Aston Martin in your garage and Paris Hilton sitting at the other end of your dinner table. It's not going to work like that. But if you really like the idea of a step-by-step proven system, like it says here, and it is a step-by-step system and it is proven it works, then AffiloBlueprint could be for you. Like I say, there is really no risk in buying it in the money sense. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. The risk is always, I guess, wasted time. You might watch all the videos and go, hey, this isn't for me, or I don't think this will work. In which case, you can't get that time back. They're not going to reimburse you for the time you spent watching the videos. But I do think that the AffiloBlueprint method on a whole works. I don't think it's a perfect product. I think it needs some freshening up in areas. And I think that if you're an absolute newbie, you're better off with their free product. And if you've got a bit of experience, you're better off spending more and getting AffiloJetpack. But if you fall into that niche of people who, you might know just enough to start being dangerous, and you want a step-by-step method, and you're ultimately sick of, like, maybe you've been on the Warrior forum and you've bought like a couple of $100 worth of Warrior special offers, and let's face it, they all suck, 90% of them at least. You've subscribed to every email list under the sun, and you're sitting there like, pounding your head like that, going, what do I do? There's just so much conflicting information. Then yeah, AffiloBlueprint could be the answer for you. So look, thank you so much for watching. What I'm going to say is, if you think you sort of fit the bill for AffiloBlueprint, then click the link in the description below. That's my affiliate link. If you decide to purchase, I will earn a commission. What I'm also happy to do, though, is if you've got any questions at all, leave a comment below, or you can email me. My email address is sam@acedigitalmarketing.net. If you go to reviewsboss.com and go to the contact page, you'll see my details there. If you have any questions, like if you're, whether you're, this close to pulling out your credit card and buying, or you're just, totally confused about the product still, email me. I'm happy to help. Like, that's, I only get paid for doing these reviews if people buy the products I recommend. But my whole thing is I only recommend a product to you if I think that it's really going to help. So, like, if a product's terrible, I'll say to no one that no one should buy it. AffiloBlueprint isn't terrible; it's good. There's just a few bits that I think are a bit outdated. So, if you fit the bill, if you think it sounds like you, and you want to buy it, please consider buying it through my link. Just because that's how I guess. It's how I make money out of doing this. I do enjoy just creating reviews and creating content, but I'm not going to lie, I also want to make money out of it. But I want to make money out of it in an honest and ethical fashion, which I hope you can appreciate. But yeah, look, if you already know how to build up a site and do keyword research and pick a niche and follow those steps, you don't need this product. You're better off to skip to something like Jetpack. But yeah, look, thank you so much for watching. You can see more of my reviews at reviewsboss.com. You can email me at any time, just for, even if you just want to just get some pointers, I'm here to help. The email address is sam@acedigitalmarketing.net. Ace Digital Marketing, that is my consultancy business. It's also, I just use that as my email address, sort of go-to one. I used to give out my personal email address, but got too many spam emails on that, so I use a commercial one now. You can ask any question you want in the comments below. You can leave any comment. If you think that I'm the most annoying person to listen to, just say I want feedback, whether it's good or bad. If you did appreciate this, hopefully if you've seen some other reviews for this product, you can appreciate that I've been a lot more detailed and covered a lot more things. And yeah, like I said, happy to answer any questions. Subscribe to my channel if you want more content. Check out Reviews Boss to see all the reviews I've got. Leave a comment, and if you do like the product, I would really appreciate if you consider buying it through my link so I can eat dinner tonight. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.